I picked this thing up expecting just another Bluetooth speaker, but the first time I clipped it to my backpack and felt how little I even noticed it was there. That's when I realized JBL might have actually figured something out here. This thing fits in your palm like a cold energy drink can, which is exactly the point. It's light, 385 grams, or about as much as a half-full water bottle. But it doesn't feel hollow or cheap when you hold it. There's a weight to it that feels intentional, like it's built to take some abuse without flexing or creaking. The fabric texture wraps the whole cylinder, and it's this tight weave that's rough enough to grip properly even when your hands are damp. The buttons sit raised on the surface, chunky, clicky, easy to find without looking. When you press play, there's this satisfying snap under your thumb, not that mushy press and hope you get with sealed rubber buttons. Around the back, there's a small fabric loop that's actually strong enough to hold the speaker without feeling flimsy. And that LED strip on the back panel, it glows bright enough to see in full daylight, not just at night, which was honestly surprising. The whole thing is shaped vertically, so it stands upright on its own and doesn't roll off your desk like most cylindrical speakers do. It just sits there, solid, like it belongs. The first time I played a track with actual low-end thumb, I immediately noticed how much deeper the bass went than I expected from something this small. It's not chest-rattling bass like you'd get from a Flip 7. That speaker still hits harder and fills out the low end with more weight. But the grip has this surprising punch that makes songs feel fuller than they should at this size. Vocals stay clear in the mix, percussion stayed crisp, and even when I cranked it to about 90% volume, it didn't fall apart into distortion the way cheaper speakers do. It's not a big deal, but sometimes at max volume, the sound does compress a little and loses some of that separation between instruments. Everything kind of blends into this narrower wall of sound, not harsh, just less detailed. I've been using a Bose SoundLink Flex for a while, and compared to that, the grip feels more aggressive in the mids, more forward with vocals, where the Bose smooths everything out more evenly. The grip wants you to hear what's happening. It's also directional, so where you're standing actually matters. Unlike something round that throws sound everywhere. This one fires forward, which I actually prefer when I'm at my desk. When you scroll through the product page, you can immediately see what JBL wants you to believe this is about. They really emphasize the AI sound boost and the drop-proof durability. And yeah, those are real. I did notice that these speakers stay in cleaner and at higher volumes, and I definitely knocked it off the table without any issues. But what surprised me is how little they talk about how it actually sounds day to day, or how useful that vertical design ends up being. They show it hanging off a backpack and sitting on a desk, but they don't really dig into how much easier it is to fit in tight spaces compared to something horizontal like the Flip. I always find it interesting what brands choose to lead with. They want to focus on tech features and toughness, but the real selling point is how naturally it fits into your routine without you thinking about it. This thing became my kitchen speaker within 2 days. I'd clip it to the strap of my bag when I left the house, toss it on the counter when I got home, and it just stayed there, always within reach. I stopped reaching for my bigger speaker because this one was already right there, charged, ready. I didn't expect it to like the lights as much as I did, but being able to change the color for my phone while cooking dinner became this small thing I actually enjoyed. The vertical shape means it doesn't take up much counter space, and because it's waterproof, I started bringing it into the bathroom without worrying. You stop thinking about it as a gadget and start thinking about it as just part of your setup. It's the kind of thing you stop thinking about while using it in a good way. After a week, I realized I hadn't touched my other speakers once. You don't really notice how much it changes your setup until you go back to something else. The battery life is solid at 12 hours, but if you're running the lights on full brightness and playing music loud, it drains faster than I'd like. It's not a deal breaker, but something I kept noticing after a few long afternoons. Also, there's no microphone, so you can't use it for calls, which honestly surprised me for a speaker at this price. One of those small things that only becomes obvious after a few hours. When the volume is pushed all the way up, the sound compresses and loses some of that depth you get at medium levels. It doesn't ruin the experience, but it's there. If you're the kind of person who wants something you can actually carry around without it feeling like a commitment, and you care more about convenience and durability than absolute sound quality, this is absolutely worth it. But if your day is mostly sitting at a desk and you want the deepest bass and widest soundstage possible, the Flip 7 is still the better pick for not much more money. For me, the grip just made sense. I didn't have to think about it, protect it, or plan around it. It was just there when I needed it, and that's exactly what I wanted.